Hi everyone, welcome. Are you tired of coming home from being in a crowd, feeling physically ill? Hi, my name is Sherry. I'm a life coach, Reiki master teacher. One of the main questions I get asked from all of my clients is the energy mine? Why do I go out and I come home and I feel awful, or I just feel panicky when I'm out? And if it's not my energy, how do I stop it? Let me tell you. Number one clear sign that you're an empath and that you are drawing in other people's energies is that if you're out and all of a sudden panic comes upon you very quickly, out of the blue, or emotional heaviness, sadness, anger, that this overwhelming need to cry comes over you, and you're standing there like, what is going on? Number two, physical pain. It would be very difficult for you to go into a hospital. If you're around somebody that's feeling physical pain, you will take on those symptoms. It may not be immediately, it could be even a week later, but you will experience what that person was experiencing. This is an empath. Now let me explain to you how this developed. As a child, if we were ever in situations that were traumatic or that we felt out of control and not safe, to develop this need to be able to pick up on cues of those around us was an absolute necessity to survive. We had to be able to almost predict what the adults around us were going to do in order for us to feel safe. So watching very closely and almost evaporating ourselves into them in order to feel safe. And that's what you did. It may have been unconsciously as a child, but this is what you did. However, as an adult, to have this gift is still very useful, just not at the degree. And it could be causing you problems now. Let me tell you how you can learn to live with this gift and actually see it as a blessing. The first thing you want to do is thank that part of you that developed that. For if it wasn't for that gift as a child, you, chances are, wouldn't have made it. So take a moment, place your right hand upon your heart and say, thank you. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for always being with me and helping me feel less alone and less scared. However, now, I don't need you to be as strong. It's really important that you accept that part. That part is never going to go away. You're never going to be able to stop being an empath. In fact, it's one of your beautiful parts that makes you who you are. But that doesn't mean that you have to be suffering on a daily basis. Here's a couple of tools that I use in my practice so that I'm not absorbing any of my clients' physical, mental pain. I first of all asked Archangel Michael to cover me in this beautiful white spinning pure light globe all around my body from the top of my crown chakra to the base of my feet. And on the outside of this globe is mirrors. All these mirrors are there constantly watching for me, and they will send back whatever is trying to come to me. Now that's not to say that if my client is feeling pain and I'm shooting it back, that's not how it works. It's coming from a place of compassion and love. Therefore, when I send it back, it evaporates into the universe as peace. That's one way that you can do it. Another way is the brushing. This is a great tool that you can use anywhere. Nobody even needs to know what you're doing. If you're out in a crowd and you're at a store, just gently brush your arms. You know, brush your sides maybe a little bit. Brush your legs a little bit, you know. That way you are physically brushing off any energy particles that are trying to stick to you. Another way that's really great is smudging. I found this to be a great tool. In fact, I use this all the time in my Reiki room to keep the energies pure and clean in there for each client and for myself. A simple smudge all around your body. And you telling the energies that are not yours that they're not welcome any longer. And one of the last things you need to do, the clear message again, verbally, putting your hand over your heart and simply saying, I am not here to carry the world. I was not created to suffer. I am here to give and receive love in the simplest forms. I hope this video has given you some clarity and some tools that'll help you on your walk. Again, being an empath is a wonderful thing if you know how to use it. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I look forward to meeting with you again in my next video. Bye.